Aloha, my friend. Levon here with another week of fitness motivation. Welcome. I'm here near Ko'oloa Ranch on the windward side of Oahu and dodging some windy, rainy, sketchy weather, which has been the case seemingly for the last 1 or 2 weeks. But there's been some fun stuff. Got some good time in the water, filming some different sort of things, including myself for once getting behind the in front of the lens, instead of behind it. But that was fun. And also coming up are some family photo shoots that I've got scheduled for the holidays, which is something I look forward to, working with people, capturing some things that'll make them happy, put smiles on their faces. So if you're actually on the island of Oahu, either living or visiting, be sure and hit me up. I have a big sale going on. It's literally just $100 for the entire thing, from start to finish of shooting, traveling, production, editing, and everything, and you get all the images to use however you want for the holidays and for sharing online or with friends and families. So for this week's fitness motivation video, I wanted to talk to you about what happens when we fail. And the reason for that is inevitably we all are going to fail. We probably fail in a lot of different ways on a daily basis, right? And a lot of times that failure can really get to us emotionally. It really gets in the way of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish with our goals. And so being that we are going to encounter failure regardless, what's the key to moving past that, bouncing back, and not letting failure stop us from what we're trying to accomplish? And as I've thought about this, the thing that I feel is most important for people to recognize is that there's something we do in between our actions of trying to get somewhere and failures that may happen and then beyond that. And that is where we allow our focus to be diverted. Are we the type that gets our focus diverted and focused on the failure? And we dwell on that, and we get negative, and we start to feel like, oh man, how come I failed? You know, I failed like this before. It's probably going to happen again and again. Or are we the type of person that sees the failure, but then turns towards our goals and what we're trying to envision for ourselves and chooses to focus on that? I really feel like we need to choose to keep tracking of our successes, not just our failures. Because if you consume yourself with your failures, that's all you're going to think about, right? Makes common sense, seems like common sense, but more often than not, I would venture to say that a lot of us, when we do encounter failures, tend to be drawn away into thinking about those failures more than we should. So what I want to encourage you to do is, regardless of how many failures you think you're having, maybe you failed 100 times and you can only think of one time that you were successful, whether it be not missing a workout or staying on track with your diet, not cheating on your diet. No matter how many times it may seem that the failures are outnumbering the successes, focus on the success and choose to keep track of that. One thing that I can suggest that you can do that really, really works, and it may seem kind of silly and childish or even a pain for some people, is to get a 3x5 note card, carry it around with you every day, and have the focus and subject of that note card be whatever it is you're trying to succeed at, whether it's to work out every day, to think positive thoughts, to avoid eating a certain thing that you are tempted to eat. Maybe it's Halloween candy that's still lingering around. Whatever the case may be, write it down and then draw a line down the middle of that card, and on one side have your successes and on the other side have your failures. Now, what you're going to want to do inevitably is, obviously, as the day goes on, you're going to want to make lots and lots of checks on the success side. So if you just kind of keep yourself focused on that side of things, it's going to help you focus more on your victories rather than your defeats. And you're going to see that you probably don't give yourself enough credit for the victories that you have and are overly focused on the defeats. And as you kind of check in with yourself on a daily basis, regularly throughout the day, I should say, you're going to see more and more that, number one, you're more motivated to make good choices, and number two, again, like I just said a second ago, you're going to be more aware that you are making good choices and that you are trying, and that's going to, again, take your focus more onto the positive side of things where we want it, so that you can maintain that momentum moving in the direction of what you're trying to accomplish, okay? So again, that may seem like a simplistic thing that's not going to work, but I promise you, if you're a person that's trying to get somewhere, that is having a hard time getting there, if you stop and think, why am I having a hard time getting there despite my failures, you're probably going to find that you're dwelling on them more than you need to. So start dwelling more on the successes that you're having, no matter how few they may seem to be, and you'll get more and more of them. And again, momentum really builds once you start to have some results. And results come from that positive thinking, that positive action taking that you should have, all right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it was helpful. If you found it was helpful, please share it with as many people as you can, either through an email. You can share this YouTube channel video, as well as put it on social media platforms and whatnot, and let people know. Please do subscribe to this channel as well as the Superhuman Fitness e-newsletter, where you can get lots of awesome videos like this, as well as articles and other discounts to training services and other perks delivered straight to your inbox through your email. Take care, guys. Have a good week, and I'll see you again soon for another round of fitness motivation. Aloha.